Hey everyone, happy Saturday and welcome to Mike's Laboratory. Today we are going to finish off part 3 of the Classic Collection Review Series, and with that we're going to show you two of the sets that I consider the best, plus some other gear and clothing from other parts of the line that I consider to be exceptional. So, stay tuned, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. And without further ado, let's get started. Alright, I think we'll start with this guy here. This is the 2002 Search and Rescue Team set. And let's grab hold of this guy and pull him on over here and check him out. Okay, what we have here is typical classic collection figure with one of the most common head sculpts. He is a super articulated figure, as you can see, with the gung-ho grip. The red-haired variation on this head sculpt seems to be the most common, but I've seen him in brown and black as well. Anyway, alright, let's see here. As you can see, one of the issues is the elastic does stretch out over time. This is 22 years old now. I don't think I've ever had it off of this guy, but we're going to do that right now for your edification and enjoyment. Excuse me, let me grab a pair of scissors, or excuse me, tweezers. With these little itty bitty buckles, tweezers really help. Let's see if this pair will work. Maybe not. Okay, maybe we won't take it off for right now. Anyhow, the equipment consists of a very nice radio. Microphone clips onto here. And it fits into this little pouch. This is typical of classic collection stuff. This particular radio came in several other sets as well. Pretty nice, halfway decently detailed. And this little pouch that it comes in just simply slides on the belt with a cloth strap on it. Okay. Also comes with, let's go to the backpack last, canteen with a red cover, done up in the vintage style, snaps with a cloth strap on the back. And the canteen, although obviously a modern one, is, come on out of there, looks pretty much like a vintage one. Hell, I would not doubt if they use the same molds. Paint's nice and neat on here. It hasn't come off at all or anything like that. Okay. More equipment. A water bottle. Again, this used to be pretty clear. Do not smoke in your Joe room. And this is pretty well detailed as well. It's a nice piece. I like it. Okay. This, and inside the backpack, this came with this gas mask respirator thing, which obviously goes on Joe's head. There's elastic straps on there, but they're kind of stretched out too, so we'll just do this number. Yeah, it looks pretty good. This, I would imagine, is supposed to be an oxygen bottle, but no hose came with it. But it does fit into that part right there. Does fit into a little hole on the mask, so perhaps that's how it's supposed to go. Don't know, just guessing. But as you can see, the mask is pretty well detailed up as well too. Looks pretty nice. And the bottle, pretty decent too. Okay, Next up, also came with some knee pads, or I should say knee protectors, whatever. Again, elastic stretched out. I got some work to do on that. The boots are a typical classic collection issue. These particular boots came in lots of different colors, you know, to cover different things. There's a desert style and there's a Vietnam style, but they're pretty good. They're stayed nice and soft and rubbery over the years. One of the problems with these accessories on classic collection stuff, I don't know what they made these boots out of, but they tend to pick up stains. This, I believe, came from the four-wheel ATV I had him riding on. There was some silver paint on one side. So, I'm guessing that's the issue there. Okay, also came with this flashlight. Kind of cool. No lens detail. But it's approximately the right size, and it does indeed fit in his hand pretty well. Oh, next up, one more thing that he came with for equipment. This cool pair of wire cutters. Too bad they do not actually work, but they look good. And again, they fit the hand pretty well. Come on, get in there. I really do like the gung-ho grip hands for gripping things. You close them around an object, it pretty much stays in there. All right. Oh, let's see. The pack is very nice as well, aside from the elastic. Got a little Velcro tab there to close it up. It's big and roomy. You could put a lot of stuff in there if you wanted. Oh, let's see. 2 pockets on the sides. The stitching's really nice. I imagine that this loop in the back is similar to a vintage backpack. You're supposed to slide the shovel in there, probably. We'll get to the shovel in a minute. All in all, pretty decent. These little plastic buckles are pretty cool. They look pretty realistic. However, as I showed before, they're kind of a bitch to get off. The patches on the jumpsuit are very nice and well done. And on the back it has that, which is also pretty well done. It hasn't worn off or come off at all. The jumpsuit has a plastic nylon zipper with a big old pull tab. I've noticed one thing about a lot of classic collection clothes, that they do seem to be loose on the figures a little bit too big. I don't know why they would do that. Perhaps they use the old patterns as a base for vintage stuff, because the vintage figures are slightly larger, and these classic collection clothes usually fit quite well on a vintage figure. Okay, a couple more items he came with. Very nice pry bar, crowbar type thing. Made out of a kind of a stiff yet still somewhat bendy plastic, so it won't break easily. And it's pretty cool looking, pretty accurate. And the shovel. It's quite different from the vintage issue entrenching tools, but it does open up, and it looks decent as well. The star of the show for this set, though, I think is the Search Dog. This is a very nice accessory dog. Plastic is somewhat bendy. And he came with this cool harness thing, again, where the elastic's all stretched out. And this leash that clips onto the back of the dog right there. This clip thing is permanently a part of the dog. So, but it's a very nice one. Nice piece, realistic looking. I like it pretty well. So, all in all, oh, one more thing I forgot. Came with this too, fire extinguisher. I have another one laying around because it also came, the same piece came with the next set I'm going to show you. So I only brought one down just because it was easier. So anyhow, there was one more thing that went with this. There it is. Okay. And he came with this cool helmet. It's too big for his head really, but they lined it with foam so it fits on there pretty good. This visor that goes up and down. But the darn flashlight thingy on the helmet gets in the way of rolling the visor all the way up. So, but it goes up far enough to work. And it kind of reminds me of the smoke jumper helmet or the laser rescue helmet in the vintage series, because it doesn't sit on his head very well. I mean, it fits, but it loose and rolls around pretty easy. And it wasn't any tighter when I first got the figure either. Okay, Rating, except for the elastic, it's an awesome set. I love it. And I will give this one a 9. And the only reason I don't get a 10 is because of the elastic. It's a 2002 set, obviously meant to pay a homage to the guys who were digging in the rubble on September 11th. And well done. Thank you, Hasbro. All right, on to the next one. Here we have the Navy Crash Crew Firefighter. And this again is a very nice set. It's very good quality and detail in the equipment. Let's take it apart a little bit here if we can. Let's see if I can't get this belt buckle off. It's the same type as on the search and rescue figure. That one ain't coming apart easily either. Oh well, we'll just leave that one on there too and do the same thing. Okay, as you can see, it comes with a very nice helmet, which has a Velcro closure in front. And the helmet, I believe underneath, hang on, this one has a strap too. We got to take his, there we go, take all of that stuff off. Okay, helmet has a strap on it, and I believe, just judging by the shape and where the visor is attached, that it's the same as the SAR helmet, just covered with this very nice material. This is good stuff. I mean, it looks really good. It has not, the silver coating has not come off the fabric in the 20 odd years I've owned this, and that's just a very good, very nice piece. Next we've got this little hood thing. Obviously a protection hood, and as you can see, he's got one of the more common head sculpts. I think they call this one Grunt, if I remember right. Yes, and it's just made out of fairly stretchy fabric, and it fits over his head real easily. Works good. Okay, the fire suit is very, very nice. As you can see, like I said, the silver material has not come off at all. Actually working pockets, and this big one up here works good too. This is Velcro closed. We're going to open this up, and underneath, flame retardant vest. Again, very nice stuff. Suspenders, buttons, nice detail on the pants, and a cool t-shirt type thing. I think it has long sleeves if I remember right. It's been a while since I opened this guy up. It says Crash and Salvage on it. Even got decent detail inside. Okay. The boots are very sweet. These are pretty nice looking fire boots a firefighter would wear. I think these came in several other sets as well. Nice detailing. The paint has stayed on without any issues over the years. Gotta say, I like the way those were done too. Alright, on to the equipment. It's that elastic again that's stretched out over time. I'll have to do some replacing. And also it has these kind of buckles and gross grain webbing for this part to hold the rack for something even cooler. Alright, a very nice oxygen tank, decent detail, regulator for that tank, also good detail. The hose is really nice. It's pre-formed so it don't twist or bend, and it looks pretty good. The fire mask is basically the same as this one here from the SAR guy, except for it has a fitting on the front to fit that hose onto. You can see that entire plastic piece in front is different. But all in all, it's a very nice piece as well. It looks good on the figure, and the detail is really, really nice. Alright, The gear on his back here. Oh yeah, on the backpack on the SAR guy and this guy, they added this nice detail, shoulder pads, to make it look more realistic. And this is the clamp that holds, or the backpack that holds this. Elastic stretched again so it likes to fall out. But it fits into this little clip down here. And when the elastic is tight, it stays on there pretty good. So, other gear that the set came with, as I mentioned before, fire extinguisher also came with the other set. A different style, but still pretty cool crowbar type thing. If you look closely on there, it's hard to see. You can see they added a little detail weathering, which is nice. And it's also made out of a bendy plastic. Fairly stiff, but bends so it don't break. And the fire axe. Again, nicely detailed and painted. Unfortunately, again, like with the boots, I'll show you these too. The paint likes to come off on these types of hands. I had it in his hand for quite a while on the display, and then I pulled it out and I saw that had happened. Like, oh man, but it is what it is. Okay, this is another thing about some of the classic collection figures that I absolutely do not like, but it does make them look good. Okay, it is a long sleeve shirt in there. These gloves are the hands. They plug into the wrists with the same type of peg, just like the regular hands. These are similar to the big rubbery ones that came on some of the lower grade classic collection figures. And like I said, they look good with the outfit, but you can't take them off. Kind of limits what you can do with the figure. But anyhow, that's how things go sometimes. And I gotta say that I really like this figure. This is my opinion. These two sets are some of the most detailed and best sets that the classic collection came out with. This one here, again, because of the elastic, you only get a 9. But other than that, you get, if it weren't for that, you'd get a 10. Congratulations, Hasbro. Great job. Awesome job. Search and Rescue and Navy Crash Crew. In my opinion, the best of the classic collection line. Alright guys, let's move on to some equipment and clothing and stuff that I scraped up to show you some of the other really nice things about the classic collection line. Okay, let's start with some clothing. Some of the clothes in the classic line were kind of crappy, but a lot of them were really nice and well done. I'll be damned if I remember which figure this one came off of, but this shirt is very nice. Get the detail and the stitching and the nice heavy material. Nice snaps, sewed on good. Nice pocket button detail. Whoops, don't be knocking the camera over, dumbass. I put the AT sticker on there because that's what I was using it for. I have several of these, but I'll be damned if I know which outfit or which set they came with. But very nice, very well detailed. Fits the figure quite well. This jacket, I believe, is from the Tuskegee Airmen set. And again, it's nice. Nice heavy material. Working pockets. Nice fluffy fur collar that looks good. Nylon zipper. Not a huge fan, but they do seem to last okay, so I ain't going to complain too much. Nice accessory. Patch looks really nice. Hasn't come off in 20-some years. Okay, this flak vest came from the Vietnam Door Gunner set. And as again, you can see, nice Velcro closures. Working pocket. It's poofy enough that on the figure it looks like it's actually, you know, a flak vest. Again, very well done. Nice material. Nice stitching. Way to go, Hasbro. Okay, let's move on to a little more clothing. This figure here, I'll be damned if I can remember which set this uniform came out of either, but oh well. As you can see, it's a 1980s style BDU pattern uniform with the typical, you know, black combat boots. These are really nice. I'm not sure if these pockets work. Yes, they do. And you can see that the camel pattern is in the correct scale. Nice stitching. Nice snaps. The patches are really nice. They look good, and again, they haven't worn off at all. Pants pockets are the same. Well detailed. They open, you can actually put stuff in them. And they have some, oops, hang on, get up there. Oh, this one doesn't have the faux pockets, but some of them do. All in all, like I said, very nice, very well done, and it's lasted all these years. It even has the reinforcements over the knees like the real uniforms have. Okay, here's another example of some very nice uniform. This is the Israeli soldier from the Foreign Soldiers set, or collection, of the classic collection. And again, as you can see, I'm not sure if this is accurate for an Israeli army combat uniform, but nice pockets, nice heavy material. Pockets work. Nice details with the buttons. And as you can see, very well made, very well done. Here's an example of the boots. These ones are a little more detailed than a lot of them. But as you can see, excuse me, it's just a brown colored version with some weathering of the regular black combat boot. So, nothing to say but good about that stuff. All right, let's move on to some other stuff. Hats. Damn it. This rubbery boonie hat came off of the Gung Ho figure, who came with a kayak and it's this goofy looking gun. But as you can see, the hats fit quite well. Nice detail with the catch and the string. I really like the camel pattern on this hat too. It's kind of cool. And again, like most of them, they come with some foam on the inside. But over time, it kind of wears out and collapses. That'll have to be replaced too. The hats are made out of this rubbery vinyl stuff, which doesn't appear to hurt hard plastics, but it will definitely suck away paint, just like the hands on the and the boot on the first two figures I showed you. A lot of CC guys came with these. Baseball caps, various types. This one here, did his head shrink? There we go. Must be figure specific. But the hats fit pretty good. They look halfway decent. Alright, a few more uniform outfits. This beret is pretty nice. It's a Ranger beret if I remember right. Yeah, the sticker came off. Oh well. Doesn't fit too good on that guy. Well, it has this cloth that foam stuff inside again. But on this guy, it fits pretty good. So anyhow, don't much care for the material, but the hats themselves look pretty good. There's another example of the boonie hat in green. Let's see. Nope, that's not Hasbro. Sorry. This is another helmet this is from the Timeless Collection, guys, actually, so we'll put that away. And another example of a fatigue hat. This one came with the Navy SEAL sniper set. And as you can see, it fits pretty good. Okay. So, now on to some others. Classic Collection also came with some pretty good weapons and gear. So in here, this is some of the gear from various sets. And a lot of the sets for modern stuff, they had some pretty good reproductions of modern M6T pouches and canteens. Pretty solid plastic clip on the back. They don't break or come apart real easy, and they don't fall off easy either, as you can see with that little hook and with the little S-swing back there that holds it on the belt. Pretty well detailed. I like how they look. And they make good accessories for other stuff if you don't want to use them for the classic collection guys. There's another example from a little later version set. I don't remember what any of this shit came off of. I do know that a lot of the Army sets came with these canteens and with these M16 pouches. For example, the Israeli guy came with those. So did the Mop Marine guy, several others. These types of canteens are World War II style, and they came on a lot of the World War II figures. And again, pretty good detail. I like them. They look good. All right, what else we got in here? Let's see. Some other cool items in here that I wanted to pop out. Here's a typical set of web gear from the classic collection. This is the first aid / compass pouch that came with those sets. Pretty good. The buckles resemble, on this one anyway, resemble 21st century gear. Don't know if that was a copied, or where the hell is the other end of it there? I don't know if that was copied or not, but I pulled this one out of the Hasbro box myself, so I know that it is. Okay, let's see here. Also, some other cool stuff that came with a lot of these sets. MREs. Again, kind of cool. Looks realistic. And this is beverage base. I love the detail with the lettering and stuff that they put on some of this stuff. Okay, let's see. I'll be damned if I remember which set these came from too, but very nice. Very nice shoulder bags. Marked with US. Pretty good material again in stitching. These ones I like better because the straps ain't elastic and don't stretch out. This is the backpack off of the Point Du Hoc Ranger guy. Again, as you can see, elastic, stretched out. But other than that, the pack is pretty nice. I guess we'll have to replace this worn out elastic and fix it up. Belts. This is a more typical belt from the classic collection. Vintage style clip and slider. This one came from the Point Du Hoc Ranger guy as well. Alright, let's see. One more bigger pouch. Again, pretty nice. Well done. Nice stitching. Nice material. Alright. That's some of the auxiliary gear that you could get in the CC sets. Don't know what that is. Believe that's a vintage knockoff just based on the buckle. But we're not going to talk about that because this is about classic collection. All right. Typically, classic collection weapons. This is an M16 from one of the sets. This came in a lot of sets, and it is a pretty nice reproduction of an M16. The color, blue, I don't think that's the way it ought to be, but it's a pretty good representation of an A3. Only thing I would say negatively, oh yeah, the magazine comes out. Pretty cool. The only thing I would say negative about it is that the strap things are just molded onto part of the weapon. Be nice if they were swivelly, but hey, you can put a strap on there with some clips like this, and it works pretty good. Detailing is nice. The ejection port pops open. That is if I can get it to open. Now you can guess how long some of this stuff has been in here, huh? Or has been in a box since I really started going nuts with vintage stuff. See? Ejection port pops open. Pretty cool. So all in all, pretty nicely detailed. And as I said, this came with a lot of the window box sets. All right. This mortar, also very cool. Let's get, there we go. This one came with the marine mortar set. And it has... And it shoots. Yeah, you know I love stuff that shoots. Cool. Anyhow, and it came with these pretty decent, realistic looking shells. And the detailing ain't all that great, but it ain't bad either. It would be nice if the bipod folded, but it just clips on there. Okay. One more weapon example. This is the saw that came with the Army Saw Gunner set. This one is nice. It has a very nice cross grain strap. Pretty good attachment points. A bipod that folds down. As if I can get my hands on it. Let's get that ammo box out of the way. There we go. Bipod folds down. The ammo box is actually a long string that is just stuffed in there. Realistic. Unfortunately, I lost the sight. Oh well. The shoulder brace is still there. Nice detail. And the feed ram or the feed chamber opens up. And it has a carrying handle which folds down to the side. All in all, again, very nicely executed. Decent detail. Colors ain't all wacky. It looks pretty good. Congratulations, Hasbro. You didn't do great on all the CC stuff, but on some of this shit, you hit a home run. All right, guys. That's about the end of this video. I went through everything that I know about the Classic Collection. There's a lot of guys who are way more into it. So if anybody has any corrections or can add some information or anything like that, please feel free to do so in the comments. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing. And I hope you all had a happy Turkey Day. Everybody have a great weekend and stay safe. We'll see you next time on another episode of Mike's Laboratory. Later. Let's get them all back on duty.